Okay, we'll start now. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiret Nastaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandamadavam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताक स्वामिति नामिने नमाचार्य पदारिताय कृपदायिने गौरकत्ता दामोदर नगर ग्रामतारिणी Hare Krishna, devotees, welcome to Bhagavatam discussion. Reading from Canto 2, Chapter 7, Text 33, right, today?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Anybody allocated?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead, read. Reading, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I'm just seeing who has been allocated this loka.
Okay.
Otherwise, shall I read, Prabhuji, then?
Yeah, if allocated person not here, that means you read, no problem.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto 2, Chapter 7, Text 33. Kridan Vane Nishini Nishakara Rasmi Gauryam Rason Mukha Kala Padayata Murchi Tena Uddhi Pitasmara Rujam Vrajaprad Vadunam Hatur Harishyati Shiro Danadhanu Gatya. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: when the Lord was engaged in his pastimes of the Rasa dance in the forest of Vrindavana, enlivening the sexual desires of the wives of the inhabitants of Vrindavana by sweet and melodious songs, a demon of the name Sankachuda, a rich follower of the treasure of heaven, Kuvera, kidnapped the damsels, and the Lord served his head from his trunk. Purport: we should carefully note that the statements described herein are the statements of Brahmaji to Narada, and he was speaking to Narada of events that would happen in the future during the advent of Lord Krishna. The pastimes of the Lord are known to the experts who are able to see past, present, and future. And Brahmaji, being one of them, foretold what would happen in the future. The killing of Sankachuda by the Lord is a more recent incident after the Raslila and not exactly a simultaneous affair. In the previous verses, we have seen also that the Lord's engagement in the affairs of the forest fire was described along with his pastimes of punishing the Kalia snake, and similarly the pastimes of the Rasa dance and the killing of Sankachuda are also described herein. The adjustment is that all these incidents would take place in the future after the time when it was being foretold by Brahmaji to Narada. The demon Sankachuda was killed by the Lord during his pastimes at Horika in the month of Palguna, and the same ceremony is still observed in India by the burning of the effigy of Sankachuda one day prior to the Lord's pastime at Horika, generally known as Holi. Generally, the future appearance and the activities of the Lord or his incarnations are foretold in the scriptures, and thus the pseudo incarnations are unable to cheat persons who are in knowledge of the events as they are described in the authoritative scriptures. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
So Brahmaji is talking to Narada Muni. He has spoken different pastimes and how Lord taken fire. All those pastimes we read. So here the pastimes of Shankachuda been explained here, and how Shankachuda tried to kidnap the gopis, and how Lord killed him. So that is also pastime is explained here. But in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions very important point. Prabhupada says that we should carefully note that the statement described herein are the statements of Brahmaji to Narada. So when Brahmaji spoke, and Brahmaji spoke this in this pastime before this incident happening, before the Dwapara Yuga. It will happen in the future. Now we'll also understand that there are different kalpas, different yuga cycle, because Krishna does his pastimes in every Dwapara Yuga. Now there are simultaneously different Dwapara Yugas happening in different the different kind of uh,
Universes.
huh?
Universes.
Correct. Different universes. Correct. Agree. Yes. So in some universe maybe Satya Yuga, some universe maybe Dwapara Yuga, some universe maybe Kali Yuga, some universe Treta Yuga. It's simultaneously happening. So this is even foretold. So the point Prabhupada making is that whatever Brahmaji spoke is going to happen. Exactly going to happen. Like that only. So that is the point. Prabhupada in the conclusion says that this is to prevent those pseudo the incarnations. People claim themselves to be incarnation. People claim themselves to be God. For them, you can't do this anything because it's been foretold exactly what Krishna will do. So even similarly, we see Valmiki. Valmiki wrote Ramayana. Actually, it said that he wrote even before Lord started his pastime. So everything happened later. So this is the kind of the pure devotees. That's how they're able to visualize, because they have complete blessings of the Lord. And of course, here Vasudeva is Satyavash avatar. Even Valmiki is fully empowered personality. So that's why they could write that. So Prabhupada mentions here different pastimes, whether Shankachuda pastimes or Rasalila pastimes or Govardhana pastimes, Kaliya pastimes. All this been explained here so that ordinary devotees like us understand and we take the lessons so that we improve our life. So Prabhupada then conclude here says that generally the future appearance and activities of the Lord or his incarnations are foretold in the scriptures, and thus pseudo incarnations are unable to cheat persons, because today we have this kind of a big problem, like people are claiming themselves either they are God themselves or incarnation of God, or so many power. Somebody can make some magic and he becomes a god, or even the film actors, cricketers, they have some power, some acting, they becomes a god. This is a Kaitava Dharma, cheating, completely cheating. because they cheat and they get cheated also. The ordinary people, innocent people get cheated. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur was, there, he was kind of administrator of the Jagannath Puri temple. That time, there was one person. He was claiming himself Bhagavan. People call him Falgu Bhagavan, cheating Bhagavan. So he was saying that he is Vishnu. So and he was saying he is Krishna, and he was doing Rasalila. He will call ladies. He will do all kind of nonsense, claiming himself as a god. So, and Britishers at the time ruling, they also get scared. So they approached Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because he is claiming himself Lord, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, no, you cannot do this. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur went to him and he warned him, please, stop this. You are cheating and you are creating problem for others. But that person also had some power, some, kind of power, the mystic power or black magic power. So he actually warned Bhaktivinoda Thakur that I'll kill you. That extent he went. Because he says, I'm Vishnu, I'm Krishna. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, you stop this, otherwise I will stop your. So that kind of a discussion happened. And that person started creating black magic and started sending ghost to kill Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the ghost to kill Bhaktivinoda's children. So his children got sick. A lot of the problem happened. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur took Bhagavatam and sat in front of that ashram, started reading Bhagavatam. So that black magic or ghost who instead of attacking Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that in turn attacked him only. Then, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur arrested him, and in the jail, the Britishers, they cut his hair because generally the mystic power lies in the hair. So they cut hair, and after some time, he committed suicide in jail. So this is what happened to that Falk Bhagavan. Why I'm saying this? That kind of a Bhagavans are there. Even today, that's why Prabhupada says India is full of the Bhagavan, the factory of Bhagavan. Every day somebody will come and claim. So, and we should be very careful with this. That's why Prabhupada is very carefully warning us. We should not get cheated with such people. Okay, we'll read the next sloka. Next is 34, 35 is a big sloka. Right.
Prabhuji, it has been allocated to me only.
Okay, very good.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ye che pralam, text 34-35, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text 34-35. Ye che pralamba karaddudura keshi arista melle bakamsa yavana kapipoundra khadya anye cha salva kuja bala vala danta vakra saptoksha sambara vidura tarukmi Mukaya ye vamride samiti shalina atta chapa kamboja matsya kuru srinjaya kaikayadya yashyanti adarshanam alambala patha bhima vyaja vayena Harina Nilayam Tadiyam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All demonic personalities like Pralamba, Denuka, Baka, Keshi, Arista, Chanura, Mustika, Kuvalayapida, elephant, Kamsa, Yavana, Narakasura, and Poundraka, great marshals like Salva, Dvivida, monkey, and Balbala, Dantavakra, and 7 bulls, Sambara, Vidurata, and Rukmi, as also great warriors like Kamboja, Matsya, Kuru, Sanjaya, and Kekaya would all fight vigorously, either with the Lord Hari directly or with his under his names of Baladeva, Arjuna, Bhima, etc. And the demons, thus being killed, would attain either the impersonal Brahmajyoti or his personal abode in the Vaikuntha planets. Purport: all manifestations in both the material and spiritual worlds are demonstrations of the different potencies of Lord Krishna. The personality of Godhead, Baladeva, is his immediate personal expansion, and Bhima, Arjuna, etc., are his personal associates. The Lord would appear, and he does so whenever he appears with all his associates and potencies. Therefore, the rebellious souls, like the demons and the demonic men mentioned by names like Pralamba, would be killed either by the Lord himself or by his associates. All these affairs will be clearly explained in the 10th canto, but we should know well that all the above mentioned living entities killed would attain salvation either by being merged in the Brahmajyoti of the Lord or being allowed to enter into the abodes of the Lord called Vaikunthas. This has already been explained by Bhishma Deva, first canto. All persons who participated in the battlefield of Kurukshetra or otherwise with the Lord or with the Baladeva, etc., would benefit by attaining spiritual existence according to the situation of their minds at the time of death. Those who recognized the Lord would enter Vaikuntha, and those who estimated the Lord as only a powerful being would attain salvation by merging into the spiritual existence of the impersonal Brahmajyoti of the Lord. But every one of them would get released from material existence, since such is the benefit of those who played with the Lord inimically. One can imagine what would be the position of those who devotedly serve the Lord in transcendental relationship with Him. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So here the full list of the demons of personality has been killed by either Krishna or Balram is given. All the names are given. Of course, not all. The majority names are given. Maybe some more. Pralamba, Denuka, Baka, Kesi, Arista, Chanura, Mustika, Kavalapida, Kamsa, Yavana, Narakasura, Paundrika, Salva, Devida. But these are different kind of levels, like either they killed by Krishna childhood or in the Kurukshetra, or all these names are given. So here what Brahmaji is saying is that all these people, they are inimical, they are demon, they are with the demonic mentality. They fought against Krishna, but they got spiritual benefit. Because they were killed directly by Krishna or Balram, because they died seeing Krishna or in the presence of Krishna, they got a spiritual benefit. So this is the benefit of these demons also. Of course, some of the demons are so lucky that because they've been killed by Krishna. So in first chapter, first canto also, Bhishma Dev mentions that those the warriors are fought in the Mahabharata war battlefield are more fortunate because they could see Krishna. Actually, in that said, the Prabhupada writes that Bhishma Dev is more fortunate than Arjuna because Arjuna was standing and Arjuna could not see Krishna's face. Arjuna is standing behind the fighting, whereas Bhishma Dev is opposite side. So Bhishma Dev could see, not only Bhishma Dev, all the warriors opposite side. Drona, Karna, Duryodhana, they all could see Krishna. So, like Krishna says, Antakale cha mame kasmanukta kalevaram, one who leaves a body seeing or thinking about Krishna, they get the abode of Krishna, Vaikuntha Loka, Goloka. So that way, these demons are also so fortunate. That's why Brahmaji is saying either with the Lord Hari or directly under his name Balram, Baldev, and demons thus being killed would attain either impersonal Brahmajyoti or personal abode of Vaikuntha. So this is the benefit. Now, of course, we should not think that I also become demon. So Krishna will kill, I'll go back. No. I'm already demon. I already have the demon mentality, but I will not get because I'm not the great demon. So that's why we should be careful. So the point here that the at the time of death, if you remember Krishna, so that destination comes here. So if you see Krishna, we'll go to Krishna's abode. If I think something else, I'll go to that abode. That's why we should be very careful not to, think anything else. That's why of course, first and foremost that we are 24/7, we should always thinking about Krishna, chanting his name, and always Kantimala should be there, Tilaka should be there. So keep hearing. That is one thing. And another thing is that when somebody is about to die or somebody is in deathbed, we should create an atmosphere so that they can continuously hear. Recently, His Holiness Krutu Maharaj, proper disciple, left his body. So all the disciples continuously chanting the holy name, and they were always, either reading Bhagavatam or Krishna's remembrance there. So that the soul gets the right destination to Goloka Vrindavan. In one of the lecture, His Holiness Bhaktitirtha Swami Maharaj says that when we deal with the devotees, we should deal such a way that this devotee is going to remind me about Krishna at the time of death. That should be the mood. Because whoever reminds me Krishna at the time of death, that will be the greatest favor. Because that if I able to remember Krishna, I will go back. So that's why the devotee who makes me to remind is the greatest favor. So that's why Bhakti Samara is saying that we have to deal with every devotee like that. He is my dearmost friend. He is the person who is going to remind me Krishna at the time of death. So that because we don't know when, where, what condition I will leave the body. So I should be very, very careful dealing with the devotees. So that's why Prabhupada here say that each one would benefit by attaining the spiritual existence according to the situation of their mind at the time of death. So what I think, that's why our Prabhupada says our International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We have to change our consciousness. We don't have to change anything else. We don't have to change our house. We don't have to change our ashrama. Nothing. We don't have to change our job. We just have to change our consciousness. So what we think, what we do, what I'm doing, that changes has to happen. Because that consciousness will make my life success or failure. So that's why I should be very careful. So Prabhupada finally says, one can imagine what would be the position of those who devotedly served Lord in transcendental relationship. Now, all these demons, the list, big list given, they all got either Brahmajyoti or Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. They were inimical, they were fighting against, they are envious, they harassed so many devotees, but still they get it. Now, then Prabhupada is saying, what will be the situation of a person who lovingly serves Krishna? So Krishna will directly take them. So that is the advantage of being devotee. So we have that good opportunity of serving Krishna directly. That's a Vigraha form or holy name. We should take this seriously and chant and make this life successful, especially this Purushottam month. It's a very, very auspicious month. So let's take full advantage of it and try to take complete benefit of it. Okay, we'll read one more sloka. P6.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, that is allotted to me.
Yeah.
Shall I read?
Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. कालेन मीलितधियाम् अवमृश्य नॄणां स्तोकायुषां स्वनिगमो भत दूरपारः आविर्हितस्त्वनयुगं सहि सत्यवत्यां वेदध्रुमं विटपशो विभजिष्यति स्म. Translation. The Lord himself in his incarnation as the son of Satyavati, Vyasadeva, will consider his compilation of the Vedic literature to be very difficult for the less intelligent persons with short life and thus he will divide the tree of Vedic knowledge into different branches according to the circumstances of the particular age. Purport. Herein, Brahma mentions the future compilation of Srimad Bhagavatam for the short-lived persons of the Kali age. As explained in the first canto, the less intelligent persons of the age of Kali would be not only short-lived but also perplexed with so many problems of life due to that awkward situation of godless human society. Advancement of material comfort of the body is activity in the mode of ignorance according to the laws of material nature. Real advancement of knowledge means progress of knowledge in self realization. But in the age of Kali, the less intelligent men mistakenly consider the short lifetime of 100 years, now factually reduced to 40 or 60 years, to be all in all. They are less intelligent because they have no information of the eternity of life. They identify with temporary material body existing for 40 years and consider it as the only basic principle of life. Such persons are described as equal to asses and bulls. But the Lord, as a compassionate Father of all living being, imparts unto them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like the Bhagavad Gita, and for the graduates, the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Puranas and Mahabharata are also similarly made by Vyasadeva for the different type of men in the modes of material nature, but none of them are independent of Vedic principles. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Further, Brahmaji is talking to Narada Muni. So, what is going to happen future? So, he's talking about the Vedic literature, with a very difficult for less intelligent person to short-lived. So, the Vedas in different branches divided. This is what Vyasadeva, son of Satyavati, is going to do. So, we all know the past times, but Brahmaji is foretelling, is predicting Vyasadeva going to appear. He will create all the Vedas and he will divide Vedas into different parts. And then he will read Mahabharata. In that, Bhagavad Gita will be there. So Mahabharata is generally for less intelligent people who cannot understand Vedic Vedas. And then he also write Bhagavatam because Vyasadeva will meet his spiritual master Narada Muni. Narada Muni will identify the defect in the Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva was, even after doing so much work, he was not happy. So that's where the Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga, the people are short-lived. Bhagavatam itself says that, I think first canto, first chapter, 10th verse. Prayen alphayusha kalu jagajanaha manda sumanda matayo manda bhagyayu padratha. So Prabhupada explains here the ayu, the age of people in Kali Yuga reduces 100 years. Prabhupada mentions 50 years before, 40, 60 years. Now we know how it's reducing. And manda sumandaya means we are less intelligent, and upadrataha, we are disturbed. The small things people get disturbed unnecessarily. So we are perplexed, short-lived, disturbed, and manda buddhi, less intelligent. And we think that we have become intelligent every year with the new technologies. No, actually we have become less intelligent, and we are becoming a less bodily strength, less health, because we are developing so many advancement. Now people are not walking, people are not doing any exercise. Our body has become so weak, and bodies become prone to so many diseases because of pollution, chemicals, all kind of unwanted things. So this is actually not advancement. This is actually going back. And this is not intelligence. This is a less intelligent. So if you go back to the olden days, the people are so intelligent and people so strength. Other day I was hearing that in Jagannath Puri, those who gone to Jagannath Puri temple, there are certain stones that kept on the top of the temple. The ordinary crane cannot lift. such a big stone. And even today, forget our people, the cranes cannot lift. So in those days, people without any cranes or mechanical, they were lifting. They had so much strength and so much technology and so much power they had. But because of our thinking that I'm becoming advanced, I'm actually losing. So our human body has become weak. We have become less intelligent, and we are prone to all kind of diseases. Now, day after day, the different diseases are coming. So that's why Prabhupada says the real advancement of knowledge means progress in knowledge of self-realization. Otherwise, no knowledge, it's not vidya. What we learn in the schools today is not vidya, it's avidya. It's not knowledge, it's information. Real knowledge is to going back to Krishna, or real knowledge is to understand the purpose of human life. If that is not done, this knowledge is not good. So that's why Prabhupada says such persons are described as equal to asses and bulls. They work like donkeys. Nowadays, we see people are working 18 hours, 16 hours. They work like asses and donkeys and bulls. And for few amount of salary, and in the process they get all kind of diseases, BP, sugar, and eye power, everything goes, and they take the money and put into the hospital, and one day leave everything and go. What are we trying to achieve? I'm not saying people should not work, but the ugra karma, unwanted work, too much work, it's not required. 8 hours work enough, that can bring sufficient, that we can maintain. So finally, Prabhupada says Puranas and Mahabharata are also similarly made by Vyasadeva for the different types of men in the different modes of material nature, according to their qualification, their experience, their knowledge. Different Puranas been given. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Devotees can share comments or thoughts. Any who want to start? Asha Mataji, can you talk? No? It's okay. You are muted, Mataji. Okay, anybody want to start? Maybe Lakshmi Mataji want to start? Lakshmi Mataji, where you want to start?
Krishna Mata, Prabhuji.
Start. Any points?
Yes, Prabhuji. Demons are also benefited by. Actually, they had been killed by Krishna himself. They are fortunate that they could see Krishna or Baldev. So they attain either Brahma Jyoti or enter into the Vaikuntha planet. So from this, what we can understand is, being dull-headed people, the only salvation for us is only the mantra. Krishna mantra is the only salvation for us to reach Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mariappan Prabhu, okay to speak?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandat pranams.
No.
33. Brahmaji explains to Narada and Naradaji and Sankachuda. Sankachuda kidnaps different universes, different pastimes of the Supreme Lord happens, and pseudo spiritual masters used circumstances favorable for them and taking undue advantages. Bhakti Vinod Thakur had dealt tactfully and controlled them. And in 34 and 35, inimical demons have been killed directly by Krishna or by his associates like Bhima and Arjuna. Bhishma has been fortunate enough to fight with the Supreme Lord face to face. Thereby, he was very much advantageous in uplifting himself to Vaikuntha, and even the demons with the enemic attitude is liberated. We need not have apprehension of the Jivatma of pure devotees who practice sincere devotional services in complete faith, love, and surrender to Supreme Lord, and leave their physical body remembering Krishna in complete Krishna consciousness will be absolutely successful of their life. Less intelligent people in Kali Yuga live very short living span, perplexed, less intelligent, less health because of pollution, wrong way of lifestyle. People are susceptible to all complicated diseases. Real advancement of knowledge is in Vedic literature. Those who work hard and engaged in Ugra Karma are designated as asses and donkeys. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Mahabharata are the precious Vedic literatures. One must get their education graduated in these Vedic literatures. That much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Kanchana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
When Lord Krishna played magical flute, all these gopis came rushing to Krishna. One gopi heard, and that was enough. He brought all the gopis to Krishna. That was the wonderful highest form of bhakti, bringing everybody to Lord and enjoying Lord's pastimes. And Lord Krishna, when he was playing the flute, all got captivated. They forgot home, they forgot kids, whatever work they were doing, that they forgot, whatever dress, nothing mattered. Only Krishna mattered, and they all coming, rushing to Krishna to be with him, to enjoy his ecstatic love. That time, Shankachuda, Banasura saw them rushing to Krishna. So he tried to kidnap gopis. Krishna saw and cut off his head from body. Lord is the savior of all devotees. And then in the next verse it is said, whether you are devotee or non-devotee, all attain him only. All demons, opposing forces killed by Lord Krishna attain salvation. They go back to him, they say. And this lessons reveal one's consciousness at the time of death. When you remember him, you attain him. When you hate him, that also you attain through Brahma Jyoti. Lord's mercy delivers all enemies. They say engaging in loving devotional service cleans all material bonds, fosters spiritual advancement. Interaction with Lord, whether hostile or devotional, change soul's eternal path. And in now this the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, 36, we saw Lord's mercy incarnated said Veda Vyasa to give us scriptures that will help us to attain God. People in Kali age are less intelligent or spiritual knowledge. They have shorter lives. Vyasadeva divides Vedic knowledge into Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda. He creates texts, Puranas, Mahabharata. He makes it easily accessible to devotees who read it. They find some salvation. This complex Vedic literature is hard to understand. Lord accommodates human weakness. True progress needs spiritual knowledge. All these scriptures guide humanity towards self-realization and help us in devotion and devotional service. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Pranams. Thank you for
Pranam.
the class. Yes, Krishna, he, while in the battlefield, Arjuna, he was not able to see because Krishna was sitting in front of Arjuna. But whereas Bhishma, Pitamaha, and other asuras also, they were able to see Lord Krishna. So fortunate they are. So we can imagine for asuras, they would have reached Vaikuntha or other heavenly planets. So if we say asuras were able to reach Krishna, then what would be the, uh, I mean, Vaishnavites or who are in Krishna consciousness, they will be more benefited. And always thinking of Krishna, how is it possible? Means all the time you need to think about Krishna while doing any work, also that Harinam Japa should be there. Only then at the time of death we can remember him, because it becomes this Nama Japa becomes part of us actually. So that way, it is easy for us even at the last moment, because it's not that easy that suddenly you remember Krishna at the time of birth. It is not easy. So we have to make it a habit of always thinking of Krishna while doing any work, or always thinking about his glories. Yes, it is possible, because some, like we people think that we were so busy we cannot think of Krishna, in this busy life. How can we remember? How can we think and all that? But it is not. If we assess, if we think deeply, then suppose, for instance, if we are, changing the house or doing some interiors, our mind will always focus on what things and what all we will do. Everything we do to, to get the work done. So when we can, at least for these material things, if we are able to concentrate so much and put time on that, then which is temporary on this thinking about these material things. So it is definitely possible if we have love towards Krishna and faith, and if we read all his glories, then we knew that which is important to us. And finally, we can reach Krishna's abode by always thinking of him, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Shridev Mataji, any other points you want to add?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. These verses are spoken by Brahmaji to Narada Mahamuni, saying that he's speaking about the future pastimes of the Lord, because he knows the past, present, and future of the living entities, Brahmaji. And that also, for Brahmaji, Lord has given the mystic power. Brahmaji told about the future of the Lord's pastime of punishing Kaliya snake, then the pastimes of Rasa dance and killing the Sankachuda, a demon. He was killed in Horika in the month of Falguni and one day before Holi. That's why we celebrate Holi. All the demons who fought with the Krishna, like all the names who given, because no time to read all the demons' names, and just telling all the demons who fought with Krishna or his associates. Associates means like Baladeva, Bhima, and Arjuna. They have attained salvation. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells that whoever fight in the Kurukshetra war, whoever has fought in the Kurukshetra war and die will be liberated. At the time of death, if we see Krishna or think about him, we'll go to Vaikuntha. Or if anybody estimates the Lord as only a powerful being, they would attain salvation by merging into the impersonal Brahmajyoti of the Lord. And coming to the 36th verse, the Lord himself incarnates as the son of Satyavati as Vyasadeva. For compilation of Vedic literature, for the less intelligent people of the Kali Yuga. He has as the Lord, as a compassionate father of all living beings, imparts them the vast Vedic knowledge in short treatises like Bhagavad Gita, for the graduates, Srimad Bhagavatam, the Puranas and Mahabharata are also made by Vyasadeva for different type of men in the mode of material nature. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. We'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasi kripa sindhubhyacha Nidhana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah Anta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai See you on Monday. Try to call many devotees who are not coming. Hare Krishna.